What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the last week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button and let's jump into this week's topics. First, for this week, Redcat came out with a new V2 version of the Gen 8 platform. Now, this really is just a few modifications to the existing Gen 8. It's not much of a difference, but that's probably why it's a V2 rather than a Gen 9. But on this version, you'll see that they have updated the body to two new colors, but more importantly, now it has clear windows rather than the solid painted windows with stickers that came on the previous version. That's a nice update. That seems like that's something that should just be done on all kits now. And they followed up and updated that part again. A good addition to their line. And underneath, they've updated a few things. The axle's got some updates to some double shear mounting points, hopefully helping to, add some strength to the axle where they had seen some breakage issues commonly happen in the past. Also, they've noted that they've got updated axle shafts in there. Breaking axle shafts, common thing on the Gen 8s previously. Hopefully a better material or maybe some different tolerances they've used. Either way, those are noted things so far. And then also on the skid plate, they finally got rid of that belly bump that thing had. The bulge that the Gen 8 previously had on the skid plate was just something that should have never got nearly as far as it did. But on this version, it's finally been removed. Price is remaining the same at $299. And like I said, you can get it in purple or green now rather than the orange or blue that was available previously. It appears that most everything else on the vehicle is about the same. I didn't see too much else noted. Same tires, same wheels, same body itself, just those updates that we discussed. If you were leaning towards a Gen 8, this is a better choice than previously. If you just bought a Gen 8, sorry about your luck. Next, we have a new body release from JConcepts, and this is the Dozer body. Now, this appears to be a body that they put out so that you could replicate the Diesel Brothers Tonka-themed monster truck, I believe, and it pretty much looks like it. While they didn't paint the body that they show in photos in that same bright yellow color that the full-size monster truck that looks just like that is painted after, you could pretty much see what they're going for. JConcepts definitely has that monster truck crowd just covered. They try and give you all of those options. I don't think that anybody else probably would have offered such a body style, but JConcepts has your back if you're a big Diesel Brothers fan. Next, let's talk about this new release from Scale Art out of Germany. Now, if you've never seen this company before, it's understandable. They're pretty niche and they have some very highly detailed products. They just released this new Unimog model. And there's 9 different variants of this body style that you can get on the platform. It's got a very realistic style suspension, very realistic style axles. It's got a 3-speed transmission. It has optional hydraulics for front implements. It's got an optional tipping bed. Very detailed. But there are some catches. This thing, super highly detailed. It's a beautiful piece, but the base package for this truck starts off at $2,700. But there's more of a catch. The $2,700 package doesn't include functioning drivetrain. It's a dummy drivetrain. If you would like to add functioning axles, they have a power package basically, and that will cost you an extra $1,600. Now, if you want to go a step further and get the rest of the components needed to finish the truck and add some of the option parts like the hydraulics for the front, then you are going to spend $7,100 for this. Scale Art also offers an assembly package where they'll put it together for you. And if you choose that, that will raise the final price from $7,100 to about $9,000 US. Now, I think you could raise that $9,000 price tag even higher if you add a ton of the other accessories that they have. I mean, tons of just highly detailed things that you can add to really customize these Unimog models. Like I said, there's 9 different versions of the body that you can choose, different roof types, different styles. If you're a big Unimog fan, all of these different options make probably all the sense in the world to you. To me, they look pretty similar, but I can appreciate the detail that they've put into so many things in this kit. Now, at this point, they're opening it up to pre-order, and it looks like they're going to be available towards the end of the first quarter of 2021. So if you're looking to have what appears to be an insanely scale accurate Unimog model, there is an opportunity for you. I'm guessing that there is a market for this type of vehicle. I can't imagine that the wait list is going to be crazy long, but at the same time, if they didn't know they had a buyer, they probably wouldn't have put all of this effort in, because there's a lot of effort in there. I'm going to link below to the website where you can go check out all the details. Even if you have no interest in spending $9,000 on a working RC model, it's still worth going and checking out the site. It is in German. You can translate it through your browser most likely, but just look at the detail that these guys put in. And then for our next story, something much more attainable, Reefs RC came out with some true beadlock drag racing wheels. These are an aluminum wheel with a true front and rear beadlock for the rear tires. The front wheels are glue-on style only. Still aluminum, still with the same style patterns that are offered for the rears, but just a glue-on. The swooping style is called the Kahuna wheel. Then they have more of a 5-star style that's called the Tidal. Last I saw, these were labeled as coming soon, not as available yet, but keep your eye out for wherever you look to purchase Reefs RC products. You'll likely see these available in the near future. Next, we saw the official release of the Proline 1.9 trenchers. I don't know why. Last week when I was talking about these, I somehow read 2.2 in the pictures and things like that I was seeing. But the same day that the news came out, the actual information came out of the new 1.9 trenchers. These appear to be aimed at the competitive tire area of 1.9, very similar to like what the Proline Hyrax would have been targeted at previously. These don't follow a tread pattern of a full-size tire. They just use the popular Proline trencher pattern and then size it to a 1.9 by 4.75 inch tall 1.9 tire. These are going to be available in both G8 and Predator compound. I got some G8 versions on the way. Looking forward to testing these out. I like the style. It's something a little bit different. I run a lot of Proline tires already, so feels like a good one to have on hand. Alongside those 1.9 trenchers, Proline also made the official release of the 1.9 carbine 1.9 dually wheels. Now, these are pretty in-depth wheel design. There's a lot to these things because it's 2 beadlock wheels sharing some components and trying to assemble all at once. I looked at the instruction set for these wheels and it's like 9 steps to put everything together and all the screws coming from different directions. It's pretty involved. Definitely not going to have a wide variety of tire choices that are going to be able to fit on wheels that close together. But it looks like from their photos, they're kind of aiming it at that military style look, both with the wheel face and the tire choice that they decided to mount on there for photos. I'm not sure how big the dually tire market is. I'd be interested to hear how many of you guys are interested in running a dually tire. And if so, on what kind of build and what kind of tire are you planning to run? Are you gonna go after this military style tire? Are you gonna go after more of like a street tire like the Proline, like KM3s or the old KO2 style? What's your plan? What are you going to put on these? What kind of build in general? It just seems like such a focused product that I'm really interested to hear what and how many people are going to use it. Next, we had a sneak peek from MST with their new DC1 body. This is a Land Rover Defender style body made from MST. It's going to have super high detail, you can be pretty sure of. MST makes some really nice bodies. They've got the J45, which is the FJ style cab, this one specifically. They have the JP1, which is like a Jeep Brute, that one. They also have the J4, which is a Jimny body, and maybe some other ones that I'm forgetting. But MST makes some really nice bodies. They do really high detail stuff. They've been making a really nice quality drift bodies for as long as I can remember. But this one, if you're a fan of Land Rovers, probably going to be a popular option. If you're a fan of Land Rovers and you're not a hard body snob or something like that. It is shown to be on a 12.3-inch wheelbase, and they've talked about it just being a body and on a previous chassis, but in the renderings, it looks like they're showing some new axles underneath, and I believe that they were shown as a straight axle and not a portal. So I'm wondering if MST is going to release a new version of the CFX-W platform with a straight axle to work with some of their bodies. The MST CFX-W didn't have the best portals. It was early into the portal game when they released them, and they're okay, but they have some definite downsides. So I could totally see them updating to more of a traditional solid axle that's going to fit the scale of their bodies better anyway. If you decide to do some searching for this yourself, note that you may run across another RC model by Hobao called the DC1. And I believe that one was modeled more after a Defender rather than the Discovery that this is. I don't really know Land Rover or Range Rovers that well. They're basically all the same to me. I haven't seen any real information on this yet, so we'll just keep an eye out. Once more is released, we'll circle back around and hit those details. Next, for any of you interested in no prep drag racing, while doing some shopping, I ran across that A-Main recently just got the JConcepts anti-roll bar system for the DR10 in stock. This is a carbon fiber shock tower, aluminum machined mounts to hold the sway bar arms, the end links, everything you need to mount this up on your associated DR10. This allows you some more adjustment of your rear shocks, sway bar or anti-roll bar that they call it, for the rear, try and keep that truck or car nice and level. You can buy it in red or blue, it looks like, and I'll link to those in the description below. It's definitely a nice looking little package. And speaking of no prep drag racing, I was out this weekend at the no prep race that was held here in Sacramento. Shot a bunch of video of it, got it posted up. If you're interested in watching some no prep action, go check that out. It's fun to see the differences in so many of those cars. Some of them riding the wheelie bar the entire way down, some of them just planted to the ground. Ton of fast cars in general, so many body options, a really fun sector of RC to watch. So go check out that video, I'll link to it in the description below as well. See what you guys think of this whole no prep thing. And don't forget that the live streams are back and on schedule. Wednesdays, Matt and I live stream takeover. We got another one of those coming up tomorrow. Make sure you catch that 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. We've got a ton of stuff that's starting up pretty soon. Probably going to start discussing a little bit of that on the live stream takeovers in the next couple weeks. So join in. They're a lot of fun to interact with everybody in the comments. You can find the streams on both Matt's channel or mine. And I think we're on 32 or 33 straight weeks. That is a lot of talk. Friday night live streams also still running. Nicole joined me last Friday night when she spilled wine all over my keyboard and audio equipment. It was definitely her fault. This Friday again, planned out. Same time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Last week, I did skip STL Sunday or 3D Printing Sunday because of no prep racing. By the time I got home, I was just wiped. So I skipped that one, but we'll probably see that return this coming week. That does wrap up news topics for this week. Also, don't forget to enter the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. We're still cranking away on that. Hopefully trying to finish that up very soon. I appreciate everybody who's entered, who continues to enter, and who already subscribed to get us to 50,000 subscribers. For this week's question, what is going to be your next RC related purchase? Is it going to be a whole truck? Is it going to be some parts? Is it going to be something from the Scale News update? Post it below. Let me know what it is, big or small, $5 or $500. Post it up. Interested to hear what you guys are spending your money on. But that does it for all of the news topics for this week. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the week. Thanks for joining me on Tuesdays for the Scale News Update. We'll see you next time. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.